Yo, yo, yo. What up, YouTube? What up, YouTube? Thank you for joining us again. Brand new Nightfall podcast. We got Moises with us here in the house. We got Miguel.
Welcome in.
We got Miguel, and then we got G missing today. And then we got me, your host, Mingo, the Ming, Ship Ming. I just got a new job, Ship Ming. But yeah, thank you for joining us today. New day. Yeah, new day here at Nightfall Podcast. We're just gonna be reacting to some videos that I was looking at on YouTube, and yeah, just gonna get my friends here their reactions to them. But here's the first video.
I'm Addison.
And I'm Ethan.
We've been together for about
5 years.
and married
for 3 years.
I use they, them pronouns. Being non-binary just means that I just don't identify with the gender I was assigned at birth, and I don't identify exclusively with being a man or woman. I'm something in between, outside of that binary.
My pronouns are he or they. I also identify as a non-binary. To me, being a non-binary means having the sense of freedom to explore my...
It's a misconception.
All right, so you guys know about the current topics going on in today's world, right? The transgenderism topics.
Yeah.
Or transgender topics.
I'm like, I still don't understand the whole he, she, they thing, honestly.
Oh, dude, me either, dude. Like, I see a girl and they have the
like,
she, her, and I'm like, wait, so are you a guy? But you're just a girl. You're a guy that's a girl, but she's actually a girl. You know what I mean?
Dude, exactly. Like, deadass. I'm like, how do I approach this one?
I actually, every time someone sends me an email or like they have the fucking pronoun things, I always, I'm like, oh, this person's dumb. I'm never going to put my pronouns in a fucking email. I think, if my name's Miguel, I'm a he, It's like, why the fuck put the he, him on a fucking email?
I mean, especially if you're doing legal work, Like,
yeah, dude, it's like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I'm like, in like legal textbook, it's just gonna be he, she.
Yeah,
like,
no.
That's the way it's always been.
But then, the thing is, they even mess up the languages because maybe it works in the U.S., but if you go to Mexico, they're using like e's now, so everything, because Mexico, like Spanish is all feminine or masculine,
Yeah.
Like Candace Owens was saying, Candace Owens said, like, a mesa is a feminine word. Now people want to say mese, or they want to say like ella, or like,
Yeah, stupid.
Dude, like that's messing up. That's even like affecting the language, like the fucking.
I'm like, yeah, you're straight up. Makes no sense.
But the problem I see here is, so is that two guys, or what the fuck are they like?
Yeah, it's two guys. Just to be like, to be more like, to have the language go to its base. Yes, it's two guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like to is it like a girl like going into a guy?
But but this one is kind of, it's about a guy named I forget his name. He's a YouTuber, but he goes on Dr. Phill and kind of gives his point of view. I don't know if he's a doctor or anything, but here, let's keep watching.
Exception, true?
Yeah. Well, everybody has pronouns. Like, you may use he and him as your pronouns, right? I use they and them as my pronouns. We all may have a certain gender pronoun too, but I think it's important for people to understand that for trans and non-binary people, we often change our pronouns to reflect who we are when we come out and be who we are.
How do you explain the difference between sex and gender?
I consider sex to be our biological makeup. Our chromosomes or hormones, our genitals is a biological makeup. But our gender is more of an internal sense. So think of it like this. Sex is what's between the legs, and gender is what's between the ears, right? It's how we see ourselves on the inside.
Okay. And that's something somebody can't know. Gender is something somebody can't know.
All right, what do you guys think about that?
I don't believe that. I think, like gender is, you're a man or you're a female. You're not like, what other thing can you be like? Then
yeah, so he basically,
yeah, like, no, but and then talking about like they them. So like, what do you mean? Like, should I be like, so like, how do you call that?
Like,
they them? Like,
yeah.
It's like they like what the like that's not right. You know, that's like the English language that we use or the way we communicate. It's just getting all messed up, and I feel that's kind of like disrespectful to like the language. You know, it's kind of like, dude, you don't do that.
Dang.
You know, sometimes it's better to not argue with those types of people because they're so close-minded. It's like, I mean, I'm not gonna call them they. Probably not.
Yeah. It's like some people would argue that we're close-minded.
Yeah, you're right. They would argue. We're
Yeah, everybody's close-minded.
But I mean, at the same time, dude, I don't think it's this. It's not like you can't be telling a person like, "Oh, I'm not a male or a female. I'm a." What are you then? Like, what are you?
No, yeah, like definitely, like he just kind of counter. What? Well, he kind of said, "Sex is what's between your legs, and gender is what's between your ears." But like, sex and gender is almost basically the same thing, you know.
Sex is you're a female, you're a male, you know.
Exactly. Sex.
Gender's the same thing. You're a male because you have you have a male sexual organs, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like your sex can be male. Yeah, it's the same fucking thing. I don't even know.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when you're born with a vagina, you're a female. Obviously, you're a girl. Obviously, and then you're gonna be a female, so you're gonna use she. You know.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I saw this video. It's funny. I'm gonna try to find it here at the end, but it was a little kid. It was a little kid, and his brother is like sitting next to him in the computer, like right here, and the little kid's like telling his mom, like, yeah, so you know, like I am how I am because my mommy makes me be like this. And he kind of understands that like he's a guy, but his mom's kind of like pushing him to be more like girly. If that makes any sense, I'll show you guys the video later. But here, let's keep watching Dr. Phill.
Let's not forget to stay hydrated.
Make that assumption, but for so many people who are cisgender, meaning that you do identify with the gender that you were assigned at birth, you're not transgender or not non-binary, I think a lot of people don't even question their pronouns because we already use them and it's already assumed correctly. Mm-hmm. But for so many trans and non-binary people, that isn't often assumed correctly. So we need to take the time to get to know people.
You know what I can assume right there, real quick. It's like that she might have some pronoun that I don't know.
Let's call it what it is, dude. He might have.
That's what I said. No.
You said she.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not even thinking, bro.
It might have some pronouns that we don't even know.
Dude, we don't want to get canceled, Miguel. We're a young podcast. We have no leverage in this game. They can just 500 subs for nothing like that way.
This would be.
We got no leverage.
Has been traditional for centuries, right? Mm-hmm. Why does it need a term?
You know, if we don't use that term, then we end up saying maybe real men or normal men or regular men, right? Or we just say men, and then we say maybe transgender men, right? And the thing is that we need to realize that trans women are women, trans men are men too. And so we just want to have a term for that privilege, that assumption that your gender identity is going to match the one that you were assigned at birth.
All right, and then transgender adjective describes a person whose gender identity does not match or align with the gender they were assigned at birth. And then All
right, let's read this. Let's not have him read it. I mean, cisgender. Okay, yeah. Okay, cisgender. Just you pretty much fucking accept you're a guy. Transgender. Describes a person whose gender identity does not match or align with the gender they were assigned at birth. Transgender. Wait, so you could be a gay person, could be a transgender too? You know what I mean?
Wait, cisgender describes whose gender? Wait, so is he saying
describes a person whose gender identity does not fit into the traditional binary of a man or a woman?
Wait, so cisgender is like normal?
Yeah, that's what I understood.
That's what I understand when I'm reading that. Like, so a cisgender is like us. According to them.
Yes.
According to them.
But transgender and non-binary seem like it's like the same thing. Look, it's the same fucking thing. Look at this. Gender identity does not fit, does not match, or align with, fit into the traditional with the gender they were assigned to at birth within the traditional binary of a man or a woman, which is the gender they were assigned to at birth as man or a woman. So, you know what I'm saying?
They're like hand in hand, you know?
You see what I'm saying, though?
I mean, kind of. Because, I mean, transgender, I guess, is going towards like, oh, I was born this, but I really feel like I should be this. And like non-binary is like they don't want to identify with either or. I think.
I see.
Like, don't quote me on that, but
let's say you could be a non-binary transgender.
You could be a non-binary transgender. Yes, you can. I think.
Hey, that's what I'm fucking saying. That's what I'm saying. It's the same shit.
Sound like it should be possible.
I'm gonna be honest.
Just off of these.
If someone identifies themselves as a non-binary transgender, dude, you got no discipline in your life. You're probably all messed up, bro. I'm not. You know, I don't want to get canceled like Mingo says, so I'm gonna reserve my comments.
No. I'm just trying to understand.
It's all in their head, Mingo. It's people that are people that are just trying to.
Oh, dude, you know what's funny, dude? My mom tries to talk to me sometimes too, and she's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, hold up. I'm trying to do the mental gymnastics you're trying to make me do right now. It's kind of hard for me.
No,
but here, let's continue.
And how do you pronounce that?
NB.
NB.
NB, yeah.
Okay. And explain that.
For transgender people, we are assigned a sex at birth, and when we grow up, you know, when there's a mismatch of how we view ourselves and how society views us, then we can choose to, you know, either transition.
Yeah, he came out and
just transition.
My name is Matt Walsh, and I've written a book called Johnny the Walrus. This book is about identity and imagination. He identifies as a walrus, and his mom's a little silly. She takes it seriously and thinks he really is a walrus. So she went on her phone, and there are people telling her that this isn't pretend, he's really a walrus. And his mother takes him to the doctor to have him surgically transitioned and gets him walrus hormone pills.
Yo, what do you guys think about that?
Walrus hormone pills.
Yeah,
yes.
So wait. So Matt Walsh wrote a book to little kids, trying to. That book became it was like #1 on Amazon. Like it was #1. They took it down. They took it down because they said it was
on Amazon. They took it down already.
They took it down on Amazon because that book is trying to. Expose
I heard they took it down on Target, not Amazon.
Oh, Amazon too. It was #1.
Oh.
But Matt Walsh, look, put the video so you guys can see.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a kid's book. But yeah.
And then eventually tries to drop him off at a zoo to live with other walruses, not only topping the Amazon charts. My book has taken the world by storm.
You're saying that there should be no construct of gender, just sex. You're either male or female.
Right.
And someone feeling in a mental, emotional way that they don't identify with the sex that they have been biologically created as and assigned at birth based on their genitalia, if they don't feel that way, that there's no construct that describes that, experiences that.
Well, that's got nothing to do with the reality. So you can feel however you want. I mean, I could sit here and say that I feel like a tomato plant, but that doesn't mean that I'm actually in those things. So your self-perception, you can have whatever self-perception you want, but you can't expect me to take part in that self-perception or to take part in this kind of charade, this theatrical production. You don't get your own pronouns, just like you don't get your own prepositions or your own adjectives. You know, it's like if I were to tell you, my adjectives are handsome and brilliant, and whenever you're talking about me, you have to describe me as handsome and brilliant because that's how I identify. It makes no sense. You don't get your own pronouns. That's grammar. That's language.
So you think it's a delusion?
What do you think about that?
I agree 100% with Matt Walsh.
I'd say 100%. That's just language, you know? You can't go through and change language. It's like trying to change somebody's culture.
Yeah, you can't do that. It's inside your blood. It's like me saying, "Oh no, I'm Alaskan now. I'm fucking Canadian." You know? Are you really Canadian? Miguel?
Canada.
Are you really Canadian? It's like no. Yeah.
I'm Australian, mate.
I'm Australian. Yeah. No.
Yeah. I'm like, nobody's gonna believe me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I myself basically agree with Matt Walsh too. Like, here, let's keep watching.
Someone is self-delusional.
Yeah, I think it's delusion. It could be mental illness. It could be it's a lot of different things. With children, you know, there's also just a basic confusion that all kids have. Like that's why when you hear a parent say, "Oh, my 4-year-old son came to me and said that I'm a girl now, and so that's what I'm gonna raise him as a girl." No, you're a 4-year-old. I have 4 kids. When a 4-year-old boy comes to you and says, "Oh, I'm a girl," here's a good follow-up question. What is a girl? Ask him what he means by that. What do you mean by girl? And when you ask him that, here's what he'll tell you. He will tell you what he really means is that he wants to do some of the things that girls do, like play with the dollhouse, or you know, he likes the color pink. That's fine. Play with the dollhouse, but you're still a boy. That's a question I would like to throw out to other members of the panel. Actually, because just like the 4-year-old can't answer what is a girl. Well, this is one of the problems with this left-wing gender ideology is that no one who espouses it can even tell you what these words mean. It's like, what is a woman?
Well,
can you tell me what a woman is?
No, I can't. Because it's not for me to say. Womanhood looks different for everybody.
What do you define a woman as?
An adult human female.
And what does a female mean?
Let's see. What do you guys define a woman as, huh? We'll start with hey. We're gonna start with Moises.
And really, I'm like all those actresses. So it's like Selena Gomez. That's a woman.
Okay.
I don't know how to describe it. You know.
Okay.
Like that's just how we grew up. Like that.
I think a woman is a person who's. Let's see. We're gonna go to Miguel next. What is a woman?
A woman is a person that has X chromosomes, has a vagina, and has more female. You know, if you want to go scientifically, it's a person that has double X chromosomes. You know, is a female.
And what is a male? XY?
XY, yeah.
And has a penis.
Of course.
And is stronger. More than average. On average.
No. A male is
stronger. And on average is smarter.
I don't know.
Scientific. If we're going scientifically.
No. Scientifically, that's proven that they're about the same. I saw this video.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're about the same.
Well,
they're about the same, but the thing is, they're about the same mentally. But girls are predispositioned men to be better at other things than females are, you know. So
yes.
We have the same mental capacity. We're both really smart. Females could be smarter in certain things. Males could be better at certain things, you know. And that's just reality. And I'm not saying a woman can't be a lawyer, because there's great women lawyers. They're the best. I've said that always. A woman that's a lawyer is always better. Has a little different touch, you know. So also, women are better at other things than men are. You know, men, of course, a guy, we're a little more stronger, you know. We're a little less emotional, maybe. Yeah. So I do believe that the female and male have the same capacity, but we're better at different things. You know, we're.
I think in the side of smarts, the smartest male is. I feel like there's way more on like the smart end of males, and like there's a couple girls over here. I won't deny it, but then like most of them are like over here. You know what I mean?
And I'm not. And no, I'm saying.
But like I feel like in the majority, most males like say like that get to be super smart is like guys. There's a couple women.
Well, just based off of like the past, like women have always been suppressed.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Now we're gonna get to the suppression. Black people have also been suppressed. How come black men are still smarter?
Yes, Mingo, you're right.
But black men have more rights. Like they have more they can do than
Moises right. We can't really go into that because females weren't able to do a lot of things that males have been able to do hundreds of years. They weren't able to vote because we thought they were dumb. You know, we thought they were they didn't have enough capacity. They couldn't decide. You know, so they were suppressed to a certain point where like not right now, not today. So don't come and argue.
Not at all. Like nowadays.
Yeah, but I'm saying back then, of course, females, they did have there's less females in the whole, you know, if we statistically go about like.
I feel like there's less incentives for them to reach those higher goals too, just because of how they're biologically made.
No, yeah, and that's the thing, you know. But that doesn't mean a girl can be super smart. A girl can be a successful.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying on the higher end.
But let's be
on
honest
average.
Too. Like the woman, I'm gonna be honest. Women do the best job ever. Their moms.
Okay,
you know,
we're gonna talk about this when we get to the red pill section. Okay. Of the fucking podcast. Let's keep watching this. Well, let's finish this video.
How do you define a
someone with female reproductive organs?
Okay.
Someone who's, you know, here's the thing: when you're female, it goes right down to your bones, your DNA. So that's why if someone dies, we could dig up their bones 100 years from now. We have no idea what they believed in their head, but we can tell what sex they were because it's ingrained in every fiber of their being.
Interesting. So I'm trying to understand. Your definition is that a woman is someone who is female, you said, right?
Correct. Is a biological female.
So what happens if we have maybe someone who is female, identifies as a woman, right? You know, cisgender woman, right? As you just explained, maybe doesn't have the ability to reproduce. Maybe doesn't have those organs that you're talking about that are reproductive organs.
Then she's not a female.
You stood up here and said trans women are women.
Yes.
Tell me what you mean. What is a woman?
Womanhood is something that, just as Ethan explained, I cannot define because I am not myself.
You used the word. So what did you mean when you said trans women are women? If you don't know what it means,
right? So here's the thing. So I do not define what a woman is because I do not identify as a woman. Womanhood is something that is an umbrella term. It includes people.
Moy, she is a woman. Moy.
Wait, what is she?
He's talking about cisgender. Cisgender means you're born a woman, like you're a fucking woman, but you just can't have kids. Are you still a woman? Yes, you're still a woman.
Oh yeah, because there's women that can't have kids. You know, they have some problems.
Like Miguel said, it's like you're still like XX, but you have like
they still have like the reproductive organs, but you know, like.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, Moy. Moy, you fucked up.
Put play, Mingo. Put play.
That describes what?
People who identify as a woman.
Identify as what?
As a woman.
What is that?
Was to each their own. Each woman, each man, each person is going to have a different relation with their own gender identity and define it differently. And so trans women are women too.
Okay, see, now I have a problem with that. You can't be saying you're a cisgender woman when you're not a cisgender woman. You know what I'm saying?
You know what the worst thing is? People actually clap for that stupid argument. That argument without foundation, without reason.
Well, I think what they were clapping back at is that she was clapping back at him.
Yeah, more than anything.
Not that she was winning the argument, because this is obviously she's close-minded, doesn't know where she's going with it.
No, and then that it's not even an argument. She's not even putting.
Yeah, no, exactly.
What a woman is. So
that's why I'm like. You're literally like stopping, and then you get to the thing, and he's asking a pretty valid question, but you don't know how to answer it.
Yeah, so I guess, I don't know. Put play Mingo. This is a good. I want to see their arguments. Matt Walsh is great, to be honest. Have you guys heard him? Have you heard him, Moy?
No. First I hear him.
All right, here we go.
Hold on. You want to reduce. Listen.
Even tell me
you
what
want
the
to
word
reduce.
Means, though. So
you want to reduce women. You want to reduce men down to maybe just their genetics, our genitals, our chromosomes. Right? That's what you're saying.
You want to do is
that's
what you want to do is appropriate women. You want to appropriate womanhood.
Okay.
And turn it into basically a costume that could be worn.
I'm really concerned about what's going on in schoolrooms across the country.
The entire gender pronoun
he had a really strong poem
makes me feel very upset.
People may think that if you don't want to use the preferred pronouns, that you're against gay people. This is 100% untrue. I am a huge advocate for gay people, trans people, and the like.
Stacy and I both have children in the same school district.
I learned that the teachers in my children's school were asking for the kids' preferred pronouns in the classroom. When I heard about this, it was extremely upsetting.
Last year, my son was given a homework assignment. I gave an example of a child not identifying with the gender that they're born with. This is an example of a homework that was given to my 8-year-old son. If a student is unsure of their place in the gender spectrum or is experimenting with different forms of gender presentation, school uniforms can present a real challenge.
Oh my gosh.
Learning and exploration with a lot of things.
What do you guys think about that, huh? Kids getting taught about like their sexuality, and kind of like putting ideas in their head, you know, more than anything. Kind of ideas that kind of do fuck with you a little bit.
Yeah, you know, I think that's stupid. I think they should government just like you cannot pray at school and you cannot fucking be religious at school. They should not question the gender they are, you know. That's why it sucks, but public school system. What are you laughing at, Mingo?
Because I know Moi's watching the stream more than likely, and I just put him up on it. So I'm just waiting for him to talk.
I'm like, I don't know what you want me to say, Mingo.
This is the last part. Like, okay, let's just move on. Let's move on. So this lady did not assign her 3-year-old child a gender at birth. Would you guys assign your child a gender at birth?
Well, I don't decide.
Would you guys assign your child a gender at birth?
No, they already have a gender. They're born male or female.
Exactly. You would, Miguel? Dang, bro.
Yeah, I would.
Dang.
Yeah, if I'm having a baby boy, he's gonna be a male.
How about you, Moi?
Yeah, like honestly, it's straight up like I don't know how it could be different. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling Mingo. Like, if you're having a boy, well, you're a boy, dude. Like, you know, if you're having a girl, you're a girl. You know. It's like...
Including gender. Language with children at 4 is very, you know, they're figuring it out. And so currently Sparrow uses he for everyone. No, it doesn't matter what their pronouns are, and we've mentioned it. They just call everyone he, rather they don't conjugate it correctly. They don't use him or his or anything. Just he for everything. So we joke that he is Sparrow's preferred pronoun because that's what they use for everyone. As far as for themselves, though, they're not coming consistently saying, "I would like, I want to be a boy or a girl," or "I feel like I'm non-binary." We don't have heavy, in-depth, like overt communications. It's not like every morning I wake them up and say, "All right, what's your gender today?" hoping they'll finally give me an answer. So it doesn't come up like that.
Okay, you decided this was important to leave.
Let's hear the argument.
No, I have to pause it, Miguel. It's the terms of it's the terms of use on YouTube, bro. Do you want to get canceled?
Okay, Mingo.
All right, here, we're going to skip a little bit and we're just going to get to that.
We should just keep the dialogue going and hopefully find some middle ground.
I have a question. Arlo, you mentioned that you don't have your child discussing pronouns or figuring out their pronouns yet. And yet in school, our kids are being asked what their pronoun is. I'm confused about how that works. And then there's always this fluidity right around what pronoun you are each day. So it's constantly changing. How confusing.
I think what it is. Oh, sorry. I think what it is that I sympathize with the hurt and distress that I sense from you all. I also wouldn't want my child to learn things from their teachers at school that were topics I was uncomfortable with, or I didn't know how I'd want to talk about them.
Okay, now she seems conceited to me.
No. She's
I don't like her tone of voice.
No, she's smart. She's actually, I sympathize. That's something they teach you. That's something they teach you.
No. Yeah. But
that's something that they teach.
Look at his face. Even Matt Walsh's, look at his eyebrow. He's like this lady. Look at this. Dude.
Your children are going to need to know how to navigate a world in which non-binary and transgender people exist.
This is a great conversation to have at home, out of the school. This should not be part of the curriculum.
We're out of time, but I thank everyone for your thoughts and ideas and for remaining civil about the conversation.
The dispute over gender pronouns.
And that's it for this video. What do you guys think about that, huh?
No, I think it
Any last thoughts on this video? But here,
I still don't understand the whole they them thing.
I still feel like it shouldn't be a school thing either. I don't think a teacher should be asking a kid, "Hey, what is your pronouns?" So, dude, you're a boy, you know. It's like you're a he, you're a him, you know. I do think
we're getting a little dumb over here, huh?
I do think it shouldn't be something they should be, instead of teaching them math good, instead of teaching them how to read good, instead of teaching them that, why would you do a homework? And
yeah, actually, I saw yesterday that in Canada they just recently passed a new law where if you're a parent and your kid is transgender or they choose to be male, if they're female, and you kind of like prohibit them from getting the hormones and stuff like that, you could go to prison.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
For a couple years. Not maybe like 1, 2, but
then why would you give your 11-year-old some hormones? Like, he's not a cow. Not a, it's kind of a topic where it's like, why would you give a 10-year-old, 11-year-old, a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old in puberty hormones? Like, is that even healthy? Is that even something like, I know there's doctors that are totally against that, and they're, it's not a good thing. No.
Yeah. But here, let's move on to the next video. Have you guys ever heard about the Detroit urban survival training?
No.
All right.
I think
this one's quick. This one's quick.
Incredible harm to you. If they want to take you somewhere, take you hostage, or if they want to torture you. So this is a position you would find yourself in, and instead of allowing them to do that to you, or just allowing them to kill you, here's some options that may increase your survivability. What you can do, number one, is you have to move your head offline from the line of the trajectory of the bullet at the same time that you pull the wrist in. So step one, head goes back as hand is pinned in. This does not take strength because you're just pulling your hand in, which causes a lock on the wrist, which also articulates the barrel away from you. Two, your fingers go here, thrusting into the eyes, and you're thrusting forward. You're not just touching the eyes, you're actually thrusting in, down. And from here, if you don't want to take them to the ground, you would just redirect the barrel here. Nonviolent outcome, but also avoid being sued or having an injury resulting in a prosecution. Put your picture here. This is the guy. This is the guy. Oh, yeah. Put your. Yeah, sorry. Don't move. Don't move. Fingers are down inside the eyes.
Now he grabbed it, dude.
Yeah. See, it's not work.
What happens if I don't say don't move?
Okay, don't say anything.
All right, ready?
Damn.
Oh shit! Ah shit, homie!
The person wants to fight.
What up?
They want to attack you. They want to fight you. You want to show that you don't want to fight by keeping your hands open.
Have you guys seen the memes of the? There's some memes, dude. Oh yeah, here. We're gonna put the meme.
Oh yeah.
Here.
London Survival Urban Training. See, the way that worked was, let's go again. Now we slow it down for those. The way it works is you have to dodge it and grab the bullets. You see how I caught it? Then you want to beat up the perpetrator and then grab the gun. Now you're in possession and you have the bullets. If you're feeling cheeky, you can even gun back. Oh!
I got him.
London Police Survival Training.
Oh hell no. Dude, I love it when they go to.
As you try to back up, you're gonna get swarmed, and you're still gonna be dominated, and you're gonna lose. What you should do is this.
That's what you gotta do.
Believe me, you do not want to do this. You don't. All right, you asked for it. You asked for it.
So basically, this guy, he teaches them. He teaches people how to survive dangerous situations. Miguel, you haven't seen any of his videos?
Oh, I haven't, but I think that's pretty stupid.
Yeah, so these guys are making fun of it, dude. Mo, you've seen it, huh?
Yeah, I've seen them.
All right.
That's kind of
the memes are kind of better,
What
bro.
the last one? Hey, hold on, stop. He's dead.
What's up, bitch ass nigga? 6 seconds.
It's been a long day without you, my friend.
The fucking funeral shirt way.
If you are ever in this situation, do not panic. Simply create a diversion.
You hungry, bro?
Yeah, for sure. What y'all got?
We got eggs, bacon. Take this shit a game. Get on the ground.
You see it? Thumbing through them hundreds, boy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think all that shit mine.
In this situation, you would simply make it rain.
Where you at, twin? Man, you out here laughing. I need all that.
In this predicament, do not panic. Simply think torculator.
Oh, now, run me your pockets. Give me all that. Run me your pockets. Give me all that. Give me that. Give it to me.
What?
Get going. Go.
Oh, with him, man.
That's fine.
Oh, yeah, I think I found me a new whip.
And you with a gun. Let's do it.
Freeze.
And it's just that simple. Basically, what I did was I caught.
Dude, I want to see more of the. I want to see more of the ones where they go to heaven, bro.
Confusing, frustrating the perpetrator, giving you just enough time.
Oh, here we go. I gotta skip over here.
The barrel and move. Anyway, at least ain't nobody see it.
Man, y'all seen that video with Ron Cosby getting shot up?
Yeah, I seen it. That bitch going viral. I'll lay corrected. I'ma just tell Doc pull a plug.
Nah, that one was alright.
Oh, you just showed me how to do it. They must have killed you.
Give me everything you got.
No.
Oh hell no, I can't show you
Just
guys
with the
that one.
dude. He just showed.
Okay. After that one, this was a good one.
Swear to God. Swear to God, bro. See, I knew this shit.
Give me everything you got.
No. What? I was just with the dude. He just showed, bro.
You did not move us in front of the gun.
Bro, what are you doing here?
Detroit trading. He messed up. It's all on him.
Bro, you just showed me how to do it. They must have killed you too.
No. That will get you killed. What he just did will get you killed.
I'm just visiting. I'm not actually here with him. I'm just helping him.
Man, hell no, bro.
Shoot me if I move.
That's it though. That's it though for this. What do you think, Miguel? You haven't seen any of this. What do you think?
That's funny. And I don't know if that's real. Is Detroit Orphan?
Yes, he's real. He teaches people how to survive, homie.
Well, I don't know who's paying him. I guess people make money. Yeah.
What?
Hey, money is money.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah.
Miguel, why you hating on my homie? Dude, any other words, Miguel? Camera's on you.
Next video.
Next video. All right, well.
He said, next, please.
Well, actually, that's all the videos I have for today. That's it.
I thought there was the red pill one.
Yeah, that was just kind of an extra one. Kind of want to talk to you guys about. But yeah, dude, I mean, I was talking to my mom about the red pill, and then we started talking about like in the jury, why the jury's half women and half men, and like if men are more rational than women, you know. And I just really do think that men are more rational than women, because like we just kind of have we go through life differently, you know.
Yeah.
Also, let's say like
I think that jury has to be half men, half woman, Mingo. You cannot
no.
change the law.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's wrong, and I'm not saying like women are dumb, but what I am saying like is like on average men are just a little bit smarter. Just because like let's say like we have to like memorize a lot of things. What makes us men?
Is that true? Is that true? Because I'm gonna be honest, dude. There's a lot of girls that are way more organized and they concentrate more in school. They kind of know they're a little more organized than us. I'm gonna be honest, yeah.
No, definitely like no. Girls are good at school because it's just kind of like you're just following orders.
Not in law school. Not in law school.
No.
I think we need to...
No. I've seen a. No, I have seen a. I've seen a.
You have to fire it off like that.
No, dude.
I think you can't be saying that, Mingo.
Huh?
I think you can't be saying that.
No. I've seen a report, dude, that says like the reason why women are graduating more from college and they're graduating more from high school is because they're just better at, like you said, like focusing, you know what I mean, and like doing what they're told.
Well, I guess so. I mean, I still think. I mean, I do think.
And then like men, let's say like women are more like even Jordan Peterson says it. Women are more agreeable. Men are more disagreeable.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. I do think we're just better. We're just different, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not saying like they're dumber, but I am saying like the reason there's different reasons why they go through college and stuff, you know, than like a guy.
I don't know, dude. I think we're all good at what we're made to be good at. Of course, a woman's not gonna be able to do the same thing as a man, or a man not a woman, but it's because that video I saw on YouTube. Here, let me see if I can find it. It's here, hold up.
What about that trans woman winning the Olympics and he used to be a man? Oh, he was a man?
But like just even saying like a man's brain is different than the woman's brain. Like we don't have the same brain. If we're talking science.
True. I mean, not everybody uses the same amount of brain power.
That's true. Not all men are the same either, you know. But on average, I'm always talking on average. And people always hate it when you use generalizations and it's like you could go to extreme, but like I use extremes, but generalizations of extreme like habits and let's say like
men tend to do more stupid shit.
Exactly.
I mean, not really. It's just that there's a lot more men, so of course we'd get injured more, like statistically.
True. And we do like harder jobs. I mean, more like dangerous.
I'm gonna go become a underwater welder.
Go become a underwater poop water fucking people fixer way. I mean, you go fix fucking pipes under all that shit way with the scuba suit.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Hold up.
That sounds disgusting.
No, but yeah, basically, me and my mom were talking about that, and she was kind of just saying how I'm always like, oh, women this, women that. She's like, how come you don't say men this and men that? I do say that, and I do say it kind kind of copycat. Fuck, Miguel, mute yourself. I muted you, Miguel. But basically, like, let's say like men nowadays, they're more feminine, you know, more than before. Yeah. Like that's one thing too, and like women are becoming more masculine as well, just because how society is becoming. But another thing, another topic point is kind of how technology and like the progress that we've have had throughout these last 20, 30, 40 years with the internet and all the technology. It's also kind of like hasn't been a lot like through our laws. And let's say like our laws used to reflect our society and like the relationships we used to have with each other. And it's like nowadays, like I don't even feel like you can kind of like change what people are gonna want and do. Let's say like before you had marriage laws and stuff like that, like and really strict like marriage laws. And like now I don't even feel like you can place upon people any laws like that, because people are just so free nowadays. And let's say like even like the progression that's happening now with technology and everything, like the laws, our system is just way too slow for the progress that all this technology is coming, and the way it's changing the relationships between men and women and between just society in general. And honestly, who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, for real.
What do you think, Miguel? I unmuted you.
I thought I was muted. Yeah, let me show you this video that I saw. I think it was a pretty impressive video because the arguments are kind of strong, and because it talks about what me and Moi were saying about how women didn't have that opportunity we had. Hold up, right here. Do you guys see it? Do you see it?
El hombre y la mujer no son iguales. Yo me pregunto entonces, ¿para qué otorgar igualdad política a dos seres que no lo son? Pero... Me permito contestarle al señor legislador que doy gracias a Dios de que el hombre y la mujer no sean iguales. ¿O acaso alguno de todos los que estamos aquí presentes piensa que existe en el mundo varón alguno capaz de dar a luz? Pudo haber nacido con vientre masculino. ¿O ha visto el señor legislador alguna vez un hombre embarazado? Yo no lo dudo. Y esto es lo que no hay que tomar para la chacota. No dudo en afirmar que esa diferencia biológica en nada afecta la capacidad de hombres y mujeres para ejercer, señor presidente, idénticas aptitudes intelectuales. Por lo tanto, quiero refutar de una vez por todas la retrógrada idea de que la mujer es inferior al hombre. Podrá haber diferencias. Podrá haber diferencias, digo, pero no inferioridad. Podrá ser más débil que algunos hombres, pero también podrá ser más fuerte que muchos varones. Señor presidente, invito al señor legislador a que me demuestre lo contrario.
That's actually a recording of how when the senators in Argentina were arguing about women's vote, you know, so like a woman could actually vote or not vote.
Yeah, and Argentina's kind of fucked right now over with all that topic. Their economy's going down the drain.
I mean, Argentina's always been like that, to be honest.
Yeah, but even more now.
Yeah, but, I mean, that's their history.
Yeah, that's like, yeah, but I really like that senator's argument. Like, you know, it's good. We're different, you know, and I think that's what makes us better. It doesn't mean that they're like dumber or no. They have it's different.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's say like women, they're smart at relationships. Like we could be just smart at fucking hooking up things better, you know? But they're better at like relationships. Honestly, they are.
Yeah, so I just think like we're different, you know. I just don't like. I do feel like right now with all the transgender movement thing that connects with that, where like the women, like no one's they feel like the media is making it seem like people that men want women to be less, you know. Not that, it's just that we are made different, you know. But those difference are what makes like a person. It doesn't mean you're dumber or like, oh, you know. So, but yeah, it was good. It was a good video. It's a good video.
Yeah, but basically, I was trying to talk to my mom about the red pill and kind of how the way society is going, and yeah, and then she just kind of talks about how she's not that kind of like girl, like, but I don't know, dude. Like my mom, like I feel like my mom is kind of like, she feels like she's above average, but she's more average than she thinks in a lot of things. Let's say,
aren't we all average?
Yes, exactly. You know, have you listened to Kevin Carl, Miguel? Es de Chihuahua, güey. Es como el Ed Maverick, but he came out with the song first. I'll show you after this. But basically, let's say, what was I saying? Fuck it. What was gonna be my point?
Like, I can't help you on that one.
No. What was I saying?
You were just talking about how. Oh, bro, I am spacing out right now.
Nobody's listening to me. Chat.
No, I was paying attention. You were talking about like how your mom was like thinking she's above average.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Moi. But then like that's every girl, you know. Like thinking they're kind of like above average. Yeah, that's everybody. And oh yeah, but Kevin Crowe, he has a song where he's like, I know sometimes I may act like I'm like different than the other guys, but honestly, I'm more like than the I'm like them too, you know?
Yeah, I think that's everyone. I think we're all, you know, people do think they're better.
He said hashtag relatable.
Yeah, relatable. And it's like, yeah, it's so true. Like even like us men, like we're more different, but we're closer to average. But talking to my mom, I was kind of telling her how women, they don't even realize they're closer to average sometimes, you know, like us men, like we'll get told by life, we'll get told by our paycheck, we'll get told by how many girls we'll get that we're fucking average, you know?
Yeah, true.
And then I was gonna get to a good point, but I lost it. Or maybe I already made it. But
I think everyone's like average. The thing is, you know, I don't know. I think it's the whole. It connects back to what Moi and me were saying, that women were so like they were so inferior like back then. But right now, in the 20th century, 21st century, when they're able to do things they weren't able to do, they want to prove that they have a mentality that they're like not average, you know, because for all those years,
but the thing is they're irresponsible.
I don't know, Mingo. It's because I don't like talking like objectively, because I think everyone's irresponsible.
No, yeah, definitely.
Like, but I'm irresponsible because then.
But it's not even like the responsibility; it's society. It's the country.
Women are more responsible because no, we're all responsible. Guys are super responsible too, you know. So you can't be like a woman are really responsible. Well, there's a lot of single moms out there. They're pretty responsible. And us guys, let's be honest, we just have kids and sometimes we don't even care. So I do feel it's a topic that's like you can't objectively say women are more responsible, because I don't think so. There's a lot of people out there that their mom has been really responsible, you know? There's a lot of dads that are single dads that are really responsible too. There's a lot of moms that are really responsible too, like all those, you know? There's a lot of dads that are super responsible, have 10 kids and they don't talk to them, you know? So I think it's topics you can't really objectify. It's more case by case, you know?
Okay, talking about the case of the United States of America in 2021, 2022, okay? Do you not think women are being irresponsible with their dating choices? Why hey, don't cut me off. Don't cut me off.
Like, why would, like, the thing is, your arguments are like 2021 with their dating sources. That's their life, you know? But there's a lot of responsible women out there too, you know? It's like, I think right now everyone's super irresponsible. We're super irresponsible. I have a fucking paper due at 12 and I'm, you know, I still haven't written, you know? We're super irresponsible. I think, but if we talk about dating sources, well, I think that's the world. Let's say,
let's say like United States 2020, 2021, 2022. Our society is made for marriage. Our society is made for couples. Let's say like the base of our society, of our system, is based on the fucking, what is it? On the nuclear family, right?
Yeah, that's everything.
Right? Like, even like when you get married, you get more benefits from the bank, this and that. But women don't want to get married nowadays. Men do. The average woman doesn't want an average man. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, I guess so.
And then because of technology, because all these things that exacerbate, not even by a lot, maybe by a couple, like 7%, you know what I mean? Like, dialed it off, but it's gonna keep incrementing and shit, you know? Like, let's say like we have a graph, right? We have a graph and it's going kind of like this, and then kind of we do a little increment like this. That's kind of how it's going, you know what I mean?
But I do think media has a lot to do with it, you know?
Obviously media as well too.
I do think it's the way kids are being raised right now.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying too. Like, look at all the single mothers that decide to be single mothers because the government can help them be single mothers.
Then look at all the single mothers that are forced to be single mothers. There's a lot like that too. That the dad just leaves, you know, or that they immigrated here, or that the dads are responsible. We can't just blame a gender in that, because I think it's a human contribution. I think it's a society thing. I don't think it's a woman men. I think it's society that's building us like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a gender men woman. I think it's society right now.
I think it's the laws too.
So I think
the laws mold society.
That's where I'm going. Like, I think it's a society problem instead of a gender problem. You know, it's more a society, more of a law, more liberal law, more.
So do you think? So you think without laws, society is just gonna become what it wants, or do the laws make society?
Laws make society. There has to be laws. You can't have a state. You can't have a state. You can't have a country without laws. So there has to be laws, and I think laws are what make societies. I think the media right now is just messed up. You know, so they have a lot of things that they're just. You know, people.
Yeah, and honestly, the way our society is structured, I don't think our society is going to change by our lifetime. It's not. Our society is going to stay the same, like, throughout our lives.
The thing is, we're starting to. Our age group is the one that's going to be in 10 years up in government and up in all those. You know, our generation is going to be like the one up there. When we'll see how we make of it, but. I hope better. You know, I think our generation is starting to see little by little how the liberal movement, how the feminist movement, how the transgender movement is stupid. You know, I do believe our society's opening eyes. Our generation slowly is actually opening its eyes a little more to things, because they're seeing how the world is messed up right now. All those politicians right now, they're the ones that did everything right now. All those people that are in those things are the ones that are responsible for this, you know. I do hope our generation could actually see, and I think we are, and I think slowly, I think we're getting to that point where like we aren't taking those stupid like laws that they do, or like the media, you know, or of course there's really stupid media out there. There's always going to be people that disagree, you know, but yeah, it's society. Society's building. Maybe you're right. Maybe they're building women, you know, in a certain way too, you know, with all the feminist movement that's been talking about, all the transgender movement, they all link up together. So I do feel maybe women, for the same reason that they were so, back then, they were so, you know, suppressed and stuff, that right now they want to prove something different. But that feminist movement is just turning into a whole other movement, you know, so. I do, but I do feel maybe.
Yeah, I guess we agree in some stuff and disagree in others.
But I do feel,
which is not bad.
I do feel it's a society. I don't think it's a gender thing. I don't think it's like, oh, a woman only wants to date a person that's like this.
Yeah.
This. Well, you know, that's how society's racing people. It's not that woman, or it's like at the same time where, you know. It's just the way the world is right now.
Yeah. Let's say society right now is raising let's see, what can you call it? What would you call it? Like more futuristic ideals. Women have more futuristic ideals for themselves, but they still have traditional ideals for men, right? And then men still have traditional ideals for themselves, but then as well also have traditional ideals for women.
But then what is a traditional view? What is a traditional view?
Let's say like the man provides.
Well, yeah, but I think that's something...
And like the woman takes care of the kids. That would be like traditional.
I think right now, of course, the world's not going to be like that, because a lot of women don't like to be having kids, you know, and be like in the kitchen all day, you know, so.
Yeah, and that's because society has also looked down upon the housewife.
At the same time, yeah, because society's and there's a woman that like being moms, that like to be housewives, you know, there's a lot of them like that, but there's also the other women that go to college or go be doctors or go to the grad school and stuff, and you know, maybe they just don't want to waste their degree on raising kids, you know. And then there's also those women that actually are doctors that are
Wait, you cut off right there.
There is also that part where there's actually doctors that are moms, there's lawyers that are moms, there's women that actually have their degree and they're, you know, they have a family, they actually do whatever jobs each part has, you know, with the dad helping, of course. I do believe that it's a thing. It's because as Hispanics, let's be honest too, we're used to the society saying that dads, we don't really care about our kids, you know, but the woman has to take care of them, and we don't really care about our kids, and we're supposed to go work in construction 12 hours a day and come back, and the woman takes care of everything. Like that doesn't make a society. I just feel it's like a team, you know, and it has to be like a team. And of course, if the woman decides to not work and the guy does, well, that's something that's always been like that. Like, and I don't think it's bad. I don't think like, I think it's a really talk that you have to say with your family and with, you know, your wife about how things are going to work. Right now, there's a lot of kids that have girls that get pregnant and they have kids, and you know, they don't know what to do because they didn't really prepare for that. That's why you have to prepare yourself. You have to have that conversation. You have to, you know. I do feel it's
bro. Nowadays, it's more like there's a lot of girls that get pregnant and they think they can get a better dad, and that's the only reason why they break up with their dad. And then they break up with the dad, or something happens, and they couldn't keep him because they were just being stubborn and they weren't like treating him right. Yes. And
what type of woman are you talking about, Mingo? The woman that you surround yourself with. But then if you go to college,
I'm talking average.
If you go to other presidents, because I'll be honest, I know a lot of girls, I don't like that. They don't even have kids yet. But if you go to maybe Fort Collins in a trailer park, of course, 90% of them are like that. Yeah. So I do feel it's a society thing. Like I said, I do feel it's a really area thing. I do feel it's.
I was just going off of what you said, like a girl that gets pregnant when they're young.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's be honest. Most people that get pregnant when they're young, before they do anything, they're gonna divorce. Like divorce rates, it's always been like that. And a girl that gets pregnant when she's 20, and she gets married and whatever, she's probably gonna divorce when she's 27, 28.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I'm just talking in general too. Like, let's say even like a 28-year-old that gets pregnant and gets married.
But we can't
Like-
say we can't say, oh, she got divorced because she's gonna go because she's trying to find a better person. Like, you don't know.
Have you heard of hypergamy?
You don't know if like that breakup was because maybe because what you said, or maybe it's because the dad just didn't give a fuck either. You know, so that's why I say.
Do you know what, Moy? Do you know what hypergamy is?
No.
Miguel, do you know what hypergamy is?
No.
Look it up.
Hi, what?
Hypergamy. And read the definition, and we'll end it with this.
I don't know how to spell that.
Hyper?
Oh,
Gammy.
hyper- Yes, the action of marrying or forming a sexual relationship with a superior sociological educational background.
Yeah.
But
Most
isn't that-
on average, most women are hypergamous.
Well, I guess on average, yeah, I guess women do like people that are better educated and have more money.
Oh, yeah.
But isn't that what everyone wants? More education and money?
Let's say like a guy, you Miguel, if there was a pretty girl at McDonald's, you would date her. If the girl was getting money and she was a lawyer and there was a hot guy at McDonald's, she probably wouldn't date him just because of his position in society.
Maybe. Probably.
That's hypergamy. That's hypergamy. That's hypergamy in a nutshell, Miguel.
If I ever date a girl that works at McDonald's, she's not gonna be working at McDonald's. I'm gonna tell you have to go to college. You can't.
No, exactly. But she ain't gonna mind dating you though. But let's say me, I'm working at McDonald's right now, and then there's a girl that already graduated college who's my same age, who's 25. Let's say, but she's a lawyer and this and that. Is she gonna pay any mind to me, or is that relationship gonna work out if I'm working at McDonald's and earning $12 an hour, $13 an hour?
Well, no, it's not.
Driving my little Honda.
Well, no, of course it's not gonna work. Then you can't blame like that because I think that's how it is. You know, that's how.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like, men are just more responsible in that way.
I guess we're not responsible. We just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but we'll be responsible for an ugly bitch or a bum bitch, you know, and we'll love her. But girls out here, they're like 28, they have a kid, and then they're like, oh, I could do better, and then they go back, and then they're like, oh, I should have kept the first guy that I had. The first guy was good. Have you heard it? Have they ever told you this for test? Usually, your first answer is correct on the test.
That's what I'm saying. Like, of course. Like,
have you ever heard that?
No, I don't know if that's
for
true,
a question.
To be honest,
usually, let's say like if you know the answer to the question, your first answer is the right one. If you think about it like way too much, you don't know what the fuck. You know what I mean?
What I'm saying is that it's like I said, it's all the society. It's that liberal.
But that's
movement.
a tip for y'all that's taking tests out there.
No, study. Don't go.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you already know the answer to the test, you already know the answer to the test. Your first answer is gonna be more than likely the right one.
I do feel it's a society thing. It's just the way society's making people now. You know?
Let me ask you this question. When you take a test and you know the answer, more than likely it's the first one, right? That you know. Like you know, right?
Well,
if you studied, if you know the answer, you know which one it is. You don't need to think about it like twice. Sometimes you'll have that other answer to just make sure it's like, that one ain't the one. That one's just fucking bullshitting with me. It's fucking this one.
I do give you the point. I do agree with you on the point that there's 30, 28-year-old girls that have 2 kids and they think they're like hot as shit, you know, and they're working like.
They might not even have kids, bro.
They think they're like, oh, they don't even have a college degree. They don't have anything. And they like, you know, they put nails or whatever. Like, not that I'm not saying anything bad.
And here's the thing. The prime marrying age for a girl is probably like from 25 to 30.
And they think they're like, you know, they think they're all that and they treat people bad and everything. There's a lot of girls like, there's a lot of, I'm gonna be honest, I do agree with you in that. there's some girls that have that mentality, like they, you know.
It's on average most girls nowadays.
Society does give them a little more. Oh, you are like. They do think there is some like that. I do agree with you on some points.
Bro, it's even ladies my mom's age, bro.
Yep. Yeah, I do agree with you in those points, you know, where like I do think society in a certain way has the girls that like, oh, they see themselves higher than guys sometimes, and they even treat people bad, or they even use people, you know, and it's like I do see that.
Yeah, let's say like women nowadays, instead of building like a home and like a society, they'd rather kind of do their own thing. Let's say like my grandma, she's kind of like hardcore like traditionalist. Like she would stay, like my grandpa wasn't like that good, but she would stick by him even though like he'd be like a little bum, you know. But that's kind of like the women. Like women nowadays, the guy, he's not up to like super specs. Let's say like, oh, he might be providing, but he's not providing enough. We're not going on trips, so I'm just gonna leave him. You know what I mean? Or it's like, oh, he's providing, but let's say like he's not as fit as he used to be. Not even as fit as my grandpa. He's just fat, like a little bit fat, you know. And it's like, oh, I'm just gonna leave him, and like he's not even cheating or doing like anything like that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like the homie's just like, dude, I'm just an average guy over here, you know. Just an island boy trying to make it. But yo, thank you for watching Nightfall Podcast. Have a nice night.
Good night. Peace.
Bye. Two more subscribers, and we get to 500. So,
dude, I know they don't want to subscribe anymore.